I now would like to introduce Mr. Olav Kjørven, the Assistant Administrator of UNDP and the Director of the Policy of the Bureau for Development Policy, a champion of local initiatives. Join me in welcoming Olav Kjørven.
Thank you. And it's a pleasure for me to welcome everyone to this bailout celebration. There's a lot of talk of bailout these days, and this is actually a bailing out of everyone who's struggling so hard to come to agreement in the CSD. This is your opportunity to take a deep breath, step out of it, get some food and drinks, and celebrate something that's really worth celebrating. You know, there's been a lot of bad news in the world over the last weeks and months. We've been going from one crisis to the other, and not least the financial crisis has hit hard and has precisely led to a lot of talk of failed major corporations, whether the Lehman Brothers or AIG, banks, and these are real, complete and utter failures in a sense, both in terms of governance and in terms of strategies at the corporate level, and the damage that this is causing is amazing. Contrast that with what we're here to celebrate. The winners of the Seed Awards are exactly the opposite. They're exactly the successes and the breakthrough achievements that skilled and courageous entrepreneurs are making against all odds sometimes around the developing world. This is the opposite of the subprime failures. These are the super prime achievers, the super prime winners of these awards. They're operating at a much smaller scale than the Lehmans and the AIGs and so on, but they're making a difference, and they're a source of inspiration. And if the Seed Award is anything, it's about catapulting these experiences, these victories, and these great examples onto the global stage, to give them the recognition that they deserve, but also to create a mechanism for replication and to inspire governments to put in place the kinds of policy frameworks and incentives that can allow these successes to be scaled up and truly replicated. Because this is truly significant and important, because we won't be able to succeed in pro-poor development and sustainable environmental management unless it happens at that local level, and with real people, real entrepreneurs, real communities coming together and making things happen. We will not be able to achieve the Millennium Development Goals unless there is the possibility and the opening and the chance for entrepreneurs with the right kinds of business ideas that we need in the 21st century to succeed. The MDGs will not be achieved by the actions of governments alone, but will be forged farmer by farmer, household by household, community by community, and with governments and the international community providing an enabling environment for local action. And we at UNDP, we feel very strongly that the transformative potential of local actors and action has not been sufficiently recognized or harnessed. So this is the context that we see SEED. This is why SEED is so important, and why SEED indeed can make an even bigger difference going forward than it has done even so far. And we really want to commit to strengthening the local capacity and action for environment and sustainable development. We are developing a strategy currently and want to mobilize global support for that scale-up effort to support local level action. In that, key intersection of environment and human development, which is the intersection that we have to work out in terms of coming up with policies and the solutions that can work in this century. It's all about sustainability and environment coming together with the quest for human development. So with this in mind, let me just say how supportive we are, the emphasis on local and community-based enterprise, and the work they do to demonstrate that business development and environmental sustainability are truly synergistic goals. So that's really what I have to say. Let's celebrate the super prime winners of SEED. Thank you.
Thank you, Olav. Now, on behalf of those 8 countries that are sponsors of the SEED Award, it's my great privilege to introduce Minister Matthias Matnik, the State Secretary of Germany's Federal Ministry for the Environment, Nature Conservation and Nuclear Safety. So the Minister is here and representing all 8 countries. Please join me in welcoming Minister Matnik.